If you're thinking about going to a Boston University hockey game, here are some tips I picked up from my experience. Boston University hockey is one of the best college hockey programs in the nation. In terms of prestige, Boston University is probably to college hockey what Ohio State or Alabama are to college football, although Boston University hasn't won a championship since 2009, unlike Ohio State and Alabama, or what Duke or North Carolina are to college basketball. It's a flagship program with passionate fans and a rich history in the sport. BU hockey is constantly churning out talent. They literally have a wall with the jerseys of just the active NHL players that are alumni of the school. And let's just say that the wall is pretty crowded. There's not much space left on it, and BU is expected to have a few more players in the NHL very soon. At the time of me making this video, they likely have the first overall pick in the upcoming NHL draft, assuming he chooses to leave school, in Macklin Celebrini. 4 players from Boston University were a part of the Miracle on Ice in the 1980 Winter Olympic Games, where the US, as massive underdogs, defeated the Soviet Union in the semifinal game of that tournament. The team's captain, Mike Eruzione, and goalie, Jim Craig, are 2 of the most famous players from that roster. These 2 represent a long list of former BU players who have represented the US at the Winter Olympics at some point in time. Additionally, the list of former Terriers who have gone on to success in the NHL is incredibly long. You can peruse this list on Wikipedia to see just how many have made it big at the highest level of hockey. Surprisingly, it doesn't look like BU has anyone who has made it into the NHL Hall of Fame. If I'm interpreting this list incorrectly, please let me know in the comments. With so many great players, the team has also experienced a fair amount of on-ice success. BU has won 5 national championships, although only 1 in this millennium. They're 15-time conference champions split across ECAC hockey and Hockey East. BU has also won 31 Bean Pots. The Bean Pot is a tournament that takes place in season every year between the 4 college hockey teams in the Boston area: Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern University, and Harvard. Fans of each team flock to TD Garden, where Boston's professional hockey team, the Boston Bruins, play, to watch the 4-team tournament in person. It's fun to see the crowd split right down the middle. Boston University jokingly calls itself Beanpot University because it's won so many Beanpots. Of the 70 Beanpots that have been played, BU has won 31, almost as many as the other 3 schools combined. Another bucket list item of mine is to check out a game versus BU's main rival, Boston College, who is just a few miles away from BU's campus. I've seen a Boston University hockey game, and I've seen a Boston College hockey game, but I've never seen them play each other. Definitely a bucket list item for a sports fan. BU plays at Agganis Arena, which is conveniently located just off of the Emory Street stop of the B branch of the Green Line on Boston's subway system, the T. Taking the T is definitely the easiest way to get to Agganis Arena. Budget time, because this branch of the Green Line can be slow. It has to compete with road traffic, and the trains can get busy as the game gets closer, which makes each stop take longer as people filter on and off of a crowded train. However, the T is much easier than driving. You can park at the Agganis Arena garage or lots in the area that offer parking. But look, Boston can be a stressful city to drive in. I really recommend just taking the T and saving yourself the hassle. The T is $2.40 one way, while parking in a garage or lot will be about $12 to $15. Also, if you don't take a car, you can drink at the game. Uber and Lyft do run in the area if you'd like to go that route, but the ride will likely be more expensive than even parking, perhaps more convenient to be dropped off at the entrance though. Agganis Arena itself is a fantastic place to catch a game. The seats are pretty standard for an arena in the United States, and thankfully do have cup holders. Overall, the arena is fairly modern, so things like bathrooms and concession stands aren't necessarily in need of repair. They're nice enough. I don't think you need to worry about your vantage point when buying a ticket to see a game in this arena. Most of the seats seem to have a pretty good view, so go with your preferred angle for watching a hockey game. There's only 1 level, so no nosebleeds to worry about here, and unlike Fenway Park, you don't have to worry about seats obstructed by a pole. Tickets tend to be in the $25 range for a Boston University hockey game, before Ticketmaster fees, of course. I would budget closer to approximately $35 total for a ticket. BU does use Ticketmaster for all events at Agganis Arena, so there's really no way around that. The game itself is a blast and well worth attending, even if you aren't a sports fan. I enjoy all sports, although being from the middle of Texas and hours from Dallas Stars territory, I never really watched a ton of hockey growing up. Things like offsides and icing are still confusing to me. Nonetheless, I absolutely have a ton of appreciation for the clear passion that BU fans have for their team, and I see parallels between the passion these fans have for their hockey team and the passion football fans in Texas have for their local teams. The student section definitely showed out. They were making fun of the opposing team the entire time, and I'm sure the visiting goalie will be dreaming of being heckled for a while now. There's something about having a band at a sporting event that makes it much more authentic and helps to drive home the passion of the fan base. I think it's safe to say that Boston University is a hockey school, which makes it unique as most American colleges primarily throw their support behind their football and/or basketball teams. College sports seem to be a uniquely American concept, and college hockey is even more unique in that it's confined primarily to the northeastern United States. While college football and college basketball powerhouses and fans are spread across the nation, college hockey is almost only concentrated in New England or New York, with a few teams scattered across the American Midwest and just a couple of teams in the Mountain or Pacific time zones. The interesting geography of college hockey helps to contribute to what makes Boston hockey special. It's going to be tough to find an experience quite like this one across the nation. Definitely a fantastic way to spend an evening in Boston. While the game itself offers reasonably priced concessions compared to professional sporting events at least, there are plenty of places to eat and or drink around Agganis Arena if you want to hit up a spot before or after the game. In terms of food, Raising Cane's is right next door. Granted, Cane's is a growing fast food restaurant in the US, and for me there is a bit of a nostalgia as I lived in one of the first cities to get a Cane's, but that doesn't specifically change the fact that the chicken is delicious and right next door to the arena. Boston University is also conveniently located near the Allston neighborhood of Boston, which has a wide variety of Asian cuisine, specifically Korean. One of these spots is just down the green line from Agganis Arena, and a great option if you're looking for a bit of a sit-down place before or after a game. If you want something a bit quicker and more on the go, there's just about every American fast food chain within a couple of blocks of the arena. In terms of drinks, think about it. You're near a college campus. There are bars all around, especially right up and down the B branch of the Green Line. Head into Allston for drinks at Tavern in the Square or the Silhouette Lounge. Walk across the street to the Sunset Cantina and get some margaritas, or head back towards Boston and check out one of the many sports bars that are always in business around Fenway Park. This is actually a great time to check out the bars in Fenway because the college hockey season takes place during baseball's off season. Thus, you can get a prime seat at a sports bar that can be hard to get into when the Red Sox are playing. I would highly recommend Bleacher Bar, which is a bar that is literally inside of Fenway Park and, as the name would imply, under the bleachers. You'll have to fight to get in here during baseball season, so check it out before or after a BU hockey. So this concludes my overview of a Boston University hockey game. Be sure to check it out. It's a really fun experience that I can't recommend enough, especially if you're a sports fan. I'm planning to get to a Northeastern, Harvard, and Boston college hockey game very soon, and if I have more time on my hands, I might go further into the suburbs of Boston and check out Bentley, Merrimack, or UMass Lowell. If you have any recommendations for which one of these schools I should check out first, please let me know in the comments. As I've stated, this is all kind of new to me. I understand that Boston University and Boston College are seen as two hockey powerhouses in the area, but I'm interested to learn more about the schools that I mentioned. Is it worth going out all the way and catching the train to go see these schools, or should I just stay home and stick to the schools that are already in the Boston area? Please like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to see similar videos.